Shulam Aleichem. I want to start with a little song. Lulei Torah This is a sweet song that Shlomo Carlebach composed. It's quoting David HaMelech. Without Torah as my plaything, I would have been totally lost. So I want to tell you an amazing story from the book Shlomole by M. Brownwine. When we tell stories about holy people, we become a little holier ourselves. So the year was 1956, and young Shlomo Carlebach was invited to a Sheva Brachas, a celebration of a friend of his, a groom who had just gotten married, and the custom was for 7 days to sing songs and eat and celebrate with this new groom and his new wife. And Shlomo and his friends are singing Chabad Nigunim, Modjis songs, and even some of the songs that Shlomo himself had begun to compose. And all was going wonderfully. And then chaos broke out because the rumor was that standing outside the door of the Chassan with the Gadol Hador of Aaron Kotler, the Rosh Yeshiva of Lakewood. And the Rosh Yeshiva was saying he refused to come in if Shlomo Carlebach was still there. You see, just a few months earlier, Shlomo had decided after many years being primed to be the next Gadol, the next Rosh Yeshiva of Lakewood, being the top student at Lakewood, he had decided he needed to leave to Lubavitch and instead focus not just on learning Torah, teaching Torah, but on doing kiruv, outreach. And he was really one of the first outreach workers. And it was an extremely hard decision. But that was the decision he reached. He needed to give up his personal Torah learning in order to save Am Yisrael. But Rav Kotler was deeply wounded by this decision of Rav Shlomo, and he refused to come in. And no one knew what to do. So Shlomo said, you know what? Rav Kotler is the Gadol Hador. I'm going to put aside my guitar, and I'm going to greet him like a king. And he went outside and said, Rebbe, please come in. And Rav Kotler looked at him and says, Shlomo, it says in Pirkei Avos, you should exile yourself to a place of Torah. You exiled yourself from a place of Torah to go to the lowest places. Shlomo looks at Rav Kotler and says, but Rebbe, doesn't it say in Pirkei Avos, you should be the students of Aaron, Mitamadav Shel Aaron, Oev Shalom, Rodav Shalom, Mekarvan et Abrios, loving peace and bringing the children, bringing the creations back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm doing kiruv. I'm trying to bring people back to Hashem. Kotler said, no, not in this type of way. You can't sin for the sake of saving others. You're going to the lowest places to save these people. You shouldn't be putting yourself in sin's ways just to save these people. So we had a huge machlokas here. Shlomo certainly could have kept arguing his case. It took him many teary nights to make the decision to go to Chabad. But instead, he humbly looked at the Rebbe and said, Rebbe, okay, but for the sake of the Melech, the Chassan, who's considered like a king this week, let's not make controversy. Let's walk in together. I won't say a word. And Rav Aaron Kotler saw Shlomo's humility. He says, okay, we'll walk in together, but under one condition. You won't say a word, you won't sing a song until I give you permission. And Shlomo looks at him first a little bit in shock and then says, yes, Rebbe, whatever you say, and I'll sing whatever you want from the depth of my heart. And so it was. They walked in together. There was peace. Shlomo didn't say a word until Rav Aaron looked at Shlomo and says, Lulei Toratcha, the song that Rav Shlomo had composed for Rav Kotler, talking about the love of Torah. And that was the song that they sung that night in peace and harmony and in total humility. Certainly Shlomo Carlebach could have argued his case, but in this case he said, it's not the time to argue, it's a time for peace, and it's a time to mivater, to give up on being right and making my own case, and instead do the kind thing for the chassan, for the sake of harmony. And to me, that is an extremely inspiring story. I hope it inspired you as much as it inspired me. And let's sing together what they sang. Lule Torah Shashua Azavadedi Ve'oni Lule Torah Zavadeti Ve'oni. Well, Shavuot is coming. This is a new project I started for my birthday yesterday. Start my day off with a Gadol story. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you subscribe to keep getting these inspirational stories. And Hashem should bless us to know when it's a time to fight and when it's a time to be like Har Sinai, to be the humblest of mountains. And in that merit, Hashem should bless us to always grow stronger and taller in the merit of the humility. Have a beautiful day.